Today's video is outside. So pretty. What's up, you guys? It's Mel. Today I have a handstand tutorial for you. I'm pretty disappointed in myself. I did announce last year that I was going to be making a handstand ebook, which I wrote everything out. I just haven't taken the pictures for it yet, but I'm gonna do this tutorial and then I'm going to dedicate the next couple weeks to make sure I get those pictures done so I can release that for you. I'll probably be selling it for honestly like a few dollars, nothing crazy, maybe $4.99, just so I can get as many people an ebook that they can use to get their handstand. I know a lot of you ask me for tips and tricks all the time since I'm always doing handstands, so I thought I'd finally make a little video for you. I'll show you, using this wall out here. Such a pretty blue day in LA, so happy, but it's going to hurt a little bit, but I'm gonna do it for you guys since I love how white this wall is, and even though there's like, you know, texture on it, I'll still show you examples that you can do inside your house, just like on a normal flat wall. We'll be practicing kicking up, falling out, warm-up exercises to begin with your wrists and your core, and yeah, so stay tuned. If you do like it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe to my channel so you can stay updated on all the other tutorials that I have coming for you. I have a 30-day yoga challenge and a booty challenge as well, so you can find those on my channel. And yeah, let's get into this video. All right, so to begin, we're gonna do some warm-up stretches for your wrists and your shoulders, as well as getting into the spine and getting into the core. Handstands take a lot of core stability and flexibility in your upper body. So we're gonna work on that to start, starting with our wrists. So we're going to come to all fours, so hands and knees, and you're just going to begin to rock to the left, come forward, and then rock to the right. So you're making a big circle, kind of just moving over your wrists in a circular motion. Changing directions. And now we're going to flip the fingertips to face your body. So this might be pretty intense, but just try to get as far as you can go. And then same thing, making those circles. So it just gets a little bit deeper into your forearms. Moving the fingertips to the outside now. Shifting left and right, front and back. And last one, this will hurt for me. I don't have a mat right now, but putting the tops of your hands on the ground, fingertips facing you. So this can be good enough for you if you just want to hold and kind of shift yourself back. Otherwise, you can do the circles if your body allows you to. All right, taking your hands together, moving them in big circles now. So you'll feel all the little muscles in there working, changing directions. Now just shaking your hands up and down, really fast, as fast as you can go. And left and right. All right, so they should feel nice and open and lots of blood flowing to them. All right, coming back into all fours, we're going to do a few cat and cows just to warm up the spine. So dropping your belly, arch your back, inhale. Exhale as you round your spine, gazes at your belly button. Taking this a few more times. This cat pose that you're going to feel with your chin down, that's the shape that I want you to start every handstand with. So just really quick, when a lot of people do handstands, the mistake is you're arching your back and you're trying to do cow pose to jump up. and then like you're just like not in line with your body. So when you do this cat pose, you have to bring your toes in more. And from here, when you kick, you're more stacked over your shoulders. Yeah. All right. So last warm up on the ground until we move to the wall. You're going to come into puppy pose. So not child's pose where your hips are down like this. Puppy is when you lean your arms forward, straightening them arms, and then your hips are over your knees. So from here, you're going to drop your chin down to the ground and really breathe into your shoulders. All right, so I decided to go in the shade because it's a little bit too overexposed over in the sun. So I'm gonna use this wall for you guys. I'm just gonna show you about 4 or 5 different things that you can do with the wall just to build strength and flexibility in the shoulders. Also just getting the feel of what it feels like to have however much you weigh weight on your hands and your shoulders. So starting off, going against the wall, I'm just going to show you a couple more stretches first before we get into the handstands. We're doing the puppy pose but against the wall. So you're going to put your hands up, you're going to drop your chest to the wall and look up. So this is also a really good back bending stretch that you can do, but we're really focusing on the shoulders, so moving as close to the wall or far away as you need. You can even go a little bit further away from the wall and really drop your heart to really focus on just the shoulders by squeezing the core. All right, just doing this because it feels good. We did so much opening of the shoulders this way. We're gonna open up the chest now. So putting one hand on the wall and then rotating or twisting yourself open. So these are just really good stretches that you can do in the morning or before you work out or after you work out. Simple, and you can just use a wall, which you can find a wall anywhere. So, love these. Switching sides. All right, so that was it for the stretches, and now we're gonna move on to the handstands. So the first one we're gonna do is a good stretch as well as just getting yourself comfortable with your hips being over your shoulders. So we're going to put our hands down on the ground pretty far away from the wall, and you're going to put one leg up at a time. From here, you're going to try to straighten your legs and come into a big square. So this is just getting you familiar with weight over your shoulders and your wrists. And from here, if this isn't too much, you can try to float one leg at a time up and then back down. All right. And then another thing I'm going to teach you is if you do that and you feel like you're gonna back bend over, hopefully you didn't already do that, we're gonna learn how to cartwheel out. So if you know what side you cartwheel with, I cartwheel this way. So that means when I handstand and I'm gonna fall out, I cartwheel that way. So if you feel like you're gonna back bend over, don't do that. It'll definitely prevent injuries in your back later on, especially if you're doing it on surfaces like I do. Sometimes I do it on parallettes or bars at a beach. I've actually really hurt myself one time when I wasn't cartwheeling out. I was just back bending over. Not fun. So practice that a couple times, figure out what side is yours. Whatever side it is, remember that you're always going to turn your hips that way to come out. All right, now that that's talked about. Now we know how to fall. We're gonna do another one, again facing away from the wall to start. We're going to do nose and toes to the wall. So this is going to build strength in your shoulders and your wrists, as well as engaging the core and the butt. So that way, when you're in a handstand, you don't have this big arch or banana like a lot of people do when they start. You're going to suck in the core, squeeze the booty, and hold the handstand. So what that looks like is like this. Once I'm to the wall, I'm gonna drop my chin and hold. So breathe and always push through the shoulders to really extend your body. And then when you're ready to come out, cartwheel to the side that you figured out that you come out of. Whew, so that one's good. When I first started doing handstands, my friend told me to do that and I always resisted because it's really painful and you just want to come out right away. But I was doing like 5 sets of minute holds before I could even hold a handstand, and I swear that is one of the things that made me strong enough to be able to hold a handstand. So next one, we're actually going to turn around, face the wall to start. You're just going to be getting familiar with kicking up with one leg. So in this one, I like to kick with my right leg on the ground, which is weird because they say that you would kick the same way that you cartwheel. I'm goofy. I cartwheel this way, then I kick up on this side. So just kind of figure out, try both sides, which leg you want to kick up with first, and just kind of experiment what feels better. But we're going to kick up, and then once you get up there, I want you to put your legs together and squeeze your core. So same shape that we just did, straight body, and then we're gonna move into more like hollow bodies and back bends after. So to start, put your hands down. You wanna be pretty close to the wall, but not all the way to the wall. That way you can kind of have some room to float away from the wall. So I'm like maybe 8 inches away from the wall. You're going to come on your tippy toes, lift the leg that you're going to try, keeping the top leg straight, bend into the bottom leg, and kick. It might take you a couple tries to get up there. Just kind of get familiar with this feeling, and know the wall is behind you to catch you. All right, once you're there, bring both of your legs together, and then I want you to really squeeze your core, and from here, you can drop your butt to the wall to make this little hollow body shape, or bring one leg to the stomach, and from here, begin to try to float away from the wall. And if you come down, that's okay. You're just kind of getting familiar with the feeling of being upside down and different shapes, and just really trying to float away and find this stack. So I'm gonna do that one again, but this time we're going to bring both of our legs into our chest, or I'm sorry, our knees into our chest. So you get this little tucked position. All right, so I want to be a little bit closer to the wall, just a few inches, dropping the butt to the wall, and slowly bring one knee into your chest at a time, looking down at your hands, and get this nice feeling of squeezing the core with a tucked body. From here, you can try to float away from the wall, or even open up your legs into a straddle, and just kind of get what it feels like to float off the wall one at a time. So bumping the butt to the wall as you kind of float. All right, give yourself a little break, shake out the wrists, jump around. All right, so I just have one more I'm gonna show you guys, and this is going to really get the feeling of floating into a handstand. You're gonna be a little bit further away from the wall. So you're gonna put your hands at the wall just to see how far you're gonna be away. And then you're going to back up and place your hands where your feet were. So from here, You're gonna kick up, and the top leg that touches the wall is going to be straight, and then the second leg is going to be bent. So you're going to be up like this, and you're gonna have this bent leg or bent foot touching the wall. So you're gonna feel what it feels like to have a nice a nice straight body with the core tucked in, and then only this foot is touching either the flat foot or your toe. So let's try it. Okay, so hands are right here, feet are right there, so I'm gonna back up, put my hands where my feet were, and from here, go ahead and kick up just like how you were in the beginning. All right, so the top leg is straight. Now I'm gonna bend this leg and put it on the wall. From here, I'm going to take this top leg up, squeeze my knees together, go on my tippy toe, and then just get the feeling of floating that back leg off. So you can either do this, or you can even go and try to straighten that leg. And yeah, so give that one a try. You can try any shape. It's all about experimentation, about what is going to hold the shape that you're trying. So in the very beginning, I could not even hold a straight handstand. I had to do stag or split. So another one, trying the stag, it's easy when you're coming at it like this. You can begin to try to stag the front leg like this, and then put the shin or the top of the foot on the wall behind you. So this is a nice stag shape. And that way when you float, you'll begin to feel the shape. So this is the handstand that I got to begin when I first started handstanding. Just like this. You're a little bit more compact to the ground, so it's easier to hold. But if you have a different body type, then it might be easier to hold if you just get to straight handstand, then go ahead and try that. Use the next few minutes to go ahead and try any of the variation of handstand that I just showed you on the ground, or even with the wall, just being a little bit further away from the wall. Anything is good practice if you're just getting upside down. I recommend trying to get upside down at least once a day, just until you finally get the feeling of stacking your hips over your shoulders, or whatever variation that works for your body. So it took me, I swear, like 1.5 to 2 years to finally be able to hold a handstand for longer than 2 seconds. So don't give up on yourself. I promise, if you just keep on practicing, be consistent with yourself, show up for yourself, you'll be able to do it in no time. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below. Let me know if you're able to float in a handstand, or if you're able to finally throw the fear out the window and kick up, at least to hold it against a wall. And make sure to subscribe. More content coming, more how-tos and tutorials coming for sure. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.